talk about AI a little bit. Okay, the big, scary one or very helpful AI out there. All right. So you mentioned few capabilities that now a must in this automation stack for every company. What are the crucial, I would say, the crucial ones you want to highlight?
Like the big one for me, if I'm completely honest, and I think about this quite a lot, has got to be, well, two really. Okay, natural language, anything to do with language, and I'm often asked, well, why? Well, we as people literally spend 80% of our time in work communicating in one form or another, reading an email, writing an email, doing a PowerPoint, writing a report, thinking about something, communicating, conference calls. Like this is natural language, right? And so I think natural language, if we crack the whole automation of many of these kind of activities, it's all going to stem from this branch of AI known as natural language processing. It really excites me, to be honest, because I think about natural language processing, I think of natural language understanding, I think of things like natural language generation, and these are all kind of streams within natural language that all are important as you think about things like chatbots, as you think about things like static responses, sentiment analysis, translation. The generation of new text from data or from external sources is growing. Things like GPT-3 and the potential use of that type of capability within the organization. All of these things really, that the whole world of language is a big one for me. Of course, data analytics and machine learning will, I think, be also transformational. People do talk about AI as it's this one big thing. The reality is, in an organization, it could actually be many, many things, and machine learning being another one. Machine vision, expert systems. There is lots of different user cases within this realm of AI. But I'd say machine learning, from a data perspective, making predictions, etc., is going to be really important, and anything to do with language. So those two, I would say, are my kind of big bets. Because if an organization nails both of those, I think they go, and of course it does depend on the type of organization, I think they go a long way towards being, at the upper echelons of AI usage, within their industry. If you can truly get these two capabilities working across all of those different types of user cases, I think you have it nailed for the next 3, 4, 5 years. And then, of course, there are other aspects. If you're in manufacturing, for example, then something like machine vision is going to be really critical in your factories. Predictive maintenance on your machines. There are always nuances, but just about every organization, in fact, I would say every organization in the world, interacts and operates through the use of language. And so that's the reason why I think that's such a generic capability, and why I think natural language is going to be the kicker. And if I start to think about the future, how cool is it going to be for us to have, an Alexa for business? Irene, can you get me last month's report on X, Y, and Z? And so, universal search, an Alexa for business, that transforms your ability to get data. I mean, the average person spends nearly an hour a day. I easily spend that searching for things, right? Natural language in theory could help. It's not necessarily the only capability that you need, but it's a capability. The ability, and we're starting to see this generation. So imagine on your emails, if you could see an auto-generated response on emails that are coming in that you just have to fine tune. There's that there. Obviously, we've got voice bots, conversational AI within customer service, and what that is able to do with regards to create efficiencies. So, there's loads of stuff going on. We are literally scratching the surface, I would say. and obviously it very much excites me as being knee deep in this and helping organizations on their journey.